Hey friends and family on Ambiguity. Happy Sunday. This is Taylor. The rumor's out. I'm still alive on this world. I have not been on this channel due to stress and a lot of other things going on in my life, but I'm going to talk about that at the end. This week's topic is being trans at jobs and being out as trans at jobs, or not being out. I'm sorry. Um, so I'm gonna be talking about like 3 jobs I've had in my life. The first one is at a hardware store from like midway through my junior year of high school into the beginning of my freshman year of college. Then my job at Old Navy, which started around the time my hardware store job ended, and it's still going on. I just work there over breaks and summers and stuff. And then I'm going to talk about my current job on campus at the LGBT Center. So I started working at the hardware store particularly because I was in a paint and design shop. I went to a vocational high school and I did paint and design technologies, and there was a position at a hardware store in my town that was opening up, and I lived in the town and I was one of the few, so I was like, yeah, I'll take the job. At the time I was not out as trans. I was openly queer, let's go with. I identified as lesbian at the time, so it's before any of this happened. But when I did enter, I was not really out my sexuality in my workplace just because I worked in a very Christian conservative workplace. I don't know if it's still the same way, but I know like we had Sundays off for church, stuff like that. Really wonky. I'm not religious in that manner, so I just took Sundays to do as I please. But good hours, stuff like that. I was not out though, and when I did realize I was trans and cut my hair off, stuff like that, I kind of outed myself sexuality wise, which is also fucked that like my gender presentation and my sexuality are like automatically like assumed. But when I cut off my hair, it was a lot messier than this. It was assumed that I was gay and like dating women, which I mean I did. I'm not gonna lie, I was out. But there were rumors going on in my workplace. Particularly, there was like age wise, there were like a good amount of adults, and then like college students who are graduating, going to like their masters, and then like 4 or 5 high schoolers, and that's where I fell in. One of the high schoolers I knew, like we were friends. We went to high school together, obviously, in the same shop. She got hired a little after I did, but I mean we're still cool, and she was cool about everything. But one person I went to middle school with, and that was always a fun one. I hated middle school. um, so that was an interesting run. But long story short, I did leave. I was not out at work when I came out as trans. I particularly made sure I wasn't outed. It was rumored, and like I met someone who was like, "Oh yeah, you're a guy," and like we started dating for like a month or so. But she's cool. So I met her through that job, and like good people in weird places, I guess you could say. Um, and then my second job was at Old Navy, and I applied there as a guy with a female gender marker on my driver's license. So when they photocopied my ID and stuff, I kind of had to explain that in my sense, because I also wasn't on testosterone either at that time. I started that. I got hired in August and started in October on T. Um, so I kind of had to explain myself very lightly. They were totally cool with it. I only got misgendered like once or twice on the staff, but that was like people who didn't know I was trans. And when people started saying, "Oh yeah, he's doing this," it kind of became like an assumed thing that, "Oh, he's doing this, not she." Okay, I got you. Um, but I've been there for almost 2 years at this point. Super supportive. They gave me my time off I needed for top surgery. My coworkers, though some didn't really know barriers and questions, asked me questions and like were like fully supportive of everything. It's like I appreciate that because I always like knowing I'm supported in a workplace. But yeah, I just got my schedule for that on Thursday when I go back because I'm almost done with school. So when I go back to Old Navy, that's gonna be a fun run. Um, then what else? Oh, then my current job, I work at an LGBT center on my college campus, and I have been here almost 2.5 years. Well, I mean, I'm a sophomore now, and I've been here since the beginning of my freshman year. So next semester will be 2 years on the staff. I'm actually going to a staff dinner in like an hour, but Yeah, so obviously I'm out as trans in my workplace. I feel like that's kind of obvious, and people are generally supportive. Obviously, they're going to be supportive. It's an LGBT center, but it's like I have difficulty like finding my place at my workplace. Besides doing trans things, I'm really sick of doing trans things at my workplace, and I've like vocally displayed that. But things happen, and I'm not as listened to as I'd like. So that's being a progressive thing that I'm actively trying to start in terms of like creating community and feeling more comfortable because the queer community on this campus is very spread out as a whole. So I meet like people and they're like, "Oh, I've never seen you before," and I'm like, "I work at Stonewall," and they're like, "I don't go to Stonewall," so I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'm just kidding." Um, yeah, but yeah, I'm out, fully supported, obviously. Um, yeah. Okay, so that's gonna round out my topic. This week, update wise, I am a year and a half on testosterone as of the previous Wednesday, the 27th. So I took comparison pics. I made a voice update video just because I'm like, what the fuck? Why am I gonna not do this? Nothing's really changed much in that realm. I'm going to be if this posts on the day I think it's gonna post, because I'm awful with dates here. May 1st will mark 10 months post-op for me. Yeah, so that's really interesting, and I've been working out. Like I always say in my videos, I've actually put in a workout routine in my life. So when I go home, I'm gonna be starting at the gym home, which is weird because I've never interacted with my town after middle school, so this is gonna be a fun one. But I've officially lost 6 pounds, almost 7 pounds at this point, so I'm very content with my weight right now, and I'm just hoping to see that number go down, and I'm slowly starting to thin out, which is nice, and I'm excited to get in shape. Um, I also have a knot in my neck right now, which is a pain in the ass. Um, Stress wise, this is finals week. You're catching me before I start crying. But yeah, I'm hoping that finals don't stress me out as much because they're later in the week, but there's two per day on Thursday and Wednesday. So I'm just gonna be like internally sobbing, not externally, I'm hoping. And yeah, I think that's going to end things here. And like my inbox is always open, gentlemasculinity.tumblr.com, as y'all probably know at this point. And yeah, I hope everyone's been doing well on the channel. I haven't really been active much just because of everything going on in my life. But I'm always here for conversation, and I frequently check Tumblr, so feel free to do it. Yeah, I will hopefully see you eventually. Maybe not next week because I'm painting rooms and stuff, but soon. I hope to be back soon. I hope you all are doing well, though. Bye.